G'day guys, Jave here from Journey of a Whitefeather. Now I've got a very special guest on today. We talk about koalas, kangaroos, emus, and my Steve Irwin impersonations, which I'm so-called famous for. Okay, in my own head anyway. But I have this beautiful spot. I don't know if I've been talking about it in my book that I'm going to be writing, Journey of a Whitefeather, over in Western Australia, my spiritual home near Fremantle. And this lovely lady, this lovely friend of mine, is from the great state of Western Australia, which I'm very, very excited to have her on board. This is Alexis, and I'm gonna see. I've got cards. I'm not afraid to say I might forget things, so I'm gonna get it right. We're gonna talk with Alexis today from the great state of Perth, Western Australia, and she is on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook under the name of Deep Blue Night Thoughts. Now, I've seen a fair bit of her on YouTube, and that's where I sort of connected with her. And I'm really excited to hear her story. She's wrote me a beautiful email about her story. And again, this is why I do what I do, to get the people out who need to tell their story, because there's so much learning to do within the stories that we all have in this world. And I'm very honored to have you on the program, Alexis. Thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, no worries. Well, let's get started. So you could basically start with your business, and then we'll move into your back a little bit of your backstory. And as I said, this interview, as I said, there'd be a couple of words there that someone might be watching, and mate, you might be saving someone's life, or even giving them a big light bulb. So tell us the Alexis story. I feel like I'm on blankety blanks. Tell us the Alexis story. Oh, it's sad. I'm sad. I watch too much retro TV. Fair income. Anyway, tell us the Alexis story.
My name is Alexis. I'm the owner of Deep Blue Night Thoughts. The name Deep Blue Night Thoughts actually came to me because of my love of the ocean. And I am situated on the coast in Western Australia, so I have beautiful beaches around me.
Yes, I know Scarborough, South
Um,
Fremantle Beach. Yeah, East Fremantle, Cottesloe. Okay, I'll get off my high horse.
yeah, Port Kennedy Beach around here is
Yep.
about to be developed into a major marina as well,
Oh,
so I'm
really?
looking forward to that.
Okay.
Um, it's
How
only a
far?
20-minute
So how far
walk
are you
away
away
from
from
me.
how far are you away from Fremantle and the Perth City, just for the viewers?
Okay, so Fremantle is a 45-minute drive northeast, I guess.
Yep.
Northwest, sorry, the other way. Perth is 45 minutes to an hour drive northeast,
Okay.
basically.
Sweet. No worries. And
I can
tell us.
walk off anywhere.
No worries. Tell us a little bit about Deep Blue Night Thoughts. You got the ocean, the water, obviously very spiritual. You know, the water it tells us a lot about the way we should live, the flow, getting these little particles together to come together and flow as we do in life. The Chinese medicine, the Chinese philosophies have always talked about chi and all that. Where does your love of the ocean? Why are you doing what you're doing?
Um, I grew up being a beach babe. My parents absolutely loved the water, and we would spend so much time by the ocean. My favorite place here is actually called Woodman's Point, which is quite close to Fremantle, and that's where I spent my childhood. It was like a mini marina with your boating, your fishing, your crabbing. There's a cement works nearby, so there's these massive ships that come close to the shore
It's,
to
is that
dump
near is that near
sand.
is that near the docks? I mean, when I go, I mean, the one thing about Perth, I go over the train line from Cottesloe going straight to the Fremantle station. You go straight over the water. How can you see? Is that sort of linked to that
You
area
can
there?
see if you were standing on South Mall in Fremantle, so the one with the lighthouse on it, if
Yeah, I
you
know
look
exactly. Yeah, I
south
know exactly where it is. Yep.
towards Garden Island, it's directly opposite the end of Garden Island.
Awesome. No worries. Keep going.
So I also was a shy child, so I thought a lot. I see things that people don't usually see because being a shy person, you don't speak, but you look, you scan the crowds, you get the energy from people and that sort of thing. So Deep Blue Night Thoughts really came to me probably in my late 20s. So it wasn't an early discovery, it took me some time, but putting things together and connecting the dots. And that's how I came up with Deep Blue Night Thoughts, my love of the ocean and my deep thinking.
Fantastic. And you were talking about your intuition there. When did you really notice that you had that gift? I mean, we've all got it, but I mean, I can actually speak to you on that level that we do have that sort of sense of knowing. And even as a child, we sort of had that odd feeling that we knew something was going to happen or something was, something wasn't right. When did you have those feelings?
I did have them as a child, but I didn't believe in them.
Okay.
Um, when I started believing in it was when, oh, probably mid-20s as well. Yeah, when I
Okay.
really started looking into things and wondering why I was seeing things and feeling these energies and stuff like that. Really
Okay.
started to research it. That's
Fantastic.
when I'm like, that's intuition. That's, it's not someone else telling me what to do. It's myself telling me what to do.
And where did you start with that? Because a lot of people, this is a great interview already because there's a lot of people who have that energy, and we're at a different level, obviously, because we've already ascended in something that we already know what's going on, astrology, crystals, all those kind of things, alternative medicines, universal law, all that energy shifts and all that. What did you actually do to find out a little bit more and start your journey the journey of the deep blue night thoughts?
My ex-husband has a condition known as hydrocephalus, which is fluid on the brain.
Oh, right. Okay.
He was in hospital a lot.
Right.
Especially around my birthday. He thought my birthday's coming up, let's go to hospital sort of
Oh,
thing.
really? Okay.
And
Okay.
there was one day there where I was literally looking out the window while he's in surgery, and I thought, this man's not going to make it to his 40s. And I'm thinking, why are you thinking that? That's really horrible to think. Um, and it wasn't until I got home and I said to Mum, I had a horrible thought and I don't know what to do about it because I'm thinking this is, you shouldn't think things like this. And I told her and she goes, I know your partner's not going to make it to his 40s. He's going to pass away before then. I don't know what's going to happen, but he's going to pass away before he's 40. And I was like, okay. And, I was very scared about it and really didn't know what to think about it. And that's where my research about it came along. I started going, I need answers to this because I was still a shy person and I wasn't able to go out and ask just anybody about it. So I
Absolutely. And
went
you
to the deep dark web
as
and
children and as
researched.
children, as people, we were back in the 90s. Excuse me, we weren't really open to spirituality when we had Charmed and all
No.
those kind of things. I mean, the soup. I mean, and if you watch Charmed, it's I don't know if you saw probably you
Yes.
probably yeah, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
that was the greatest lessons of my life, the
Yeah.
8 seasons that we had. If you have that deep understanding, where did you go? What did you look for? Did you, because obviously you couldn't speak about it, or and you had that inquisitive. Where did you actually go first? Because that's a lot of people need
Um,
to know where to
I
go.
connected with a group known as Mind Valley.
Okay, Mind Valley. Right.
So Mind Valley was my opening to what I was feeling, what I was experiencing, people that were going through the same thing as me.
Okay, so it was like
And
a community group that had the same
yeah,
same sort of thing. So they all had like-minded people in there. And it was a safe space for you to talk about. Yeah,
yes. Yep, that's where I found out about Bob Proctor,
Bob Proctor. Yep,
Henry
yep.
Virtue,
Doreen Virtue, Wayne Dyer. Would you go Wayne Dyer as
yes,
well?
that one.
Wayne
Yep.
Dyer. Yep.
And
Eckhart Tolle.
no, I don't know that one. There,
Dr.
another lady.
Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
And the lady, I can't remember her name,
There's Donna.
Radman or something.
Oh, I got to go off the top of my head. Anyway, there was a couple there. A couple there that everyone knows. A
Yeah,
couple of really nice spiritual teachers.
yep. Or going into that sort of thing and introducing me to like The Secret and that sort of thing
Yep.
as well.
How did you find that?
Um,
Can I ask you, how did you find that? Going into what? I mean, we're obviously developed now, but you got this passion, this love, this. It's like a kid in a lolly shop. Oh, where do I go? Where do I go?
yeah.
Yeah. So understand the subconscious, the way it was, and where we were programmed. You were trying to move forward from it. How did you find the secret? Because I know that people looked at it and go, "Oh, I can manifest this and get money." No, it doesn't work like that.
No.
How did you find it the first time?
The secrets, I had a book that was given to me by my ex-husband's mum because
Yep.
she was doing it as well. Um, and then she brought the CD set, so I put the CDs in the car and just listened to those driving backwards and forwards from
Awesome.
hospitals.
Yep. Cool.
And that's how I really started. And then once that was done, I think the first secret movie was being released. I wasn't so eager to go see it though. I thought, no, the book and the CDs were all I needed.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
Have you seen The Shift?
no.
I want you to watch that.
Okay.
Wayne Dyer's The Shift. I'm telling you now that I know where you are. You evolve yourself when you watch that now. All right. It goes for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You can find it on the internet. The Shift, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, by Wayne Dyer. Great, great movie. Watched it about 40 times, and every time I watch it, I get something out of it. That's how we evolve. Keep going.
So yeah, the Mind Valley also brought to me about meditation and that sort of thing, how to quiet your mind, which was fantastic because that got me how to sleep at night time.
Oh, right, great.
Put my mind to rest and let me sleep.
Do you still use that
Uh,
today, or you still use that a little bit today as well, or
Somewhat, yeah. I've been through some more traumatic events, unfortunately. So
we'll go through
yeah,
that later? Yeah,
meditation
that's cool.
brings in to that sort of thing as well and keeping you cool and calm. Whoops, I've done something. Now I can't undo it. There we go.
That's all. We're live, baby. All good. So you found out you found this little. You've got this gift. You've got this gift or this wonder about what you're doing. You feel like you obviously talked to your mum, and she probably got something that she understands. She goes, "Hang on a minute. There's something about this intuition and this universal power." Where did you go next?
I actually let it go for a while
Right.
because
Okay.
my ex-husband come home and I had to look after him. So
Okay.
I didn't have time for myself whatsoever. So I let it go for a couple of years.
Okay. And
Um,
why did you pick it up again? There's a good question because a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I saw that." Like, the personality trait tests and all those kind of things that I've studied with a friend of mine. Where did you pick? Why did you pick it up again?
I felt a shift.
Ah,
So
see the
there was a
shift. There
shift
you go.
coming.
Yep.
Yep. Where I was driving past my house and I'm thinking, I live there. Why am I keep driving sort of thing? And I thought, there's something coming. And then I picked it up again. So I went back through to Mind Valley and that sort of thing. Did my meditation. This time I added like music into it because I'm very musical. Um,
Do you play a musician? Do you play an instrument, or do you just love the like?
I played the clarinet when I was younger.
Okay, sweet. So something to
And
do with the flute. So which is I look at the
yeah,
Native American flutes that they have. A lot of them on, especially on TikTok, they always come up those in the Incas and the First Nations from Canada. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. I mean, the vibration. I mean, we'll go into that later,
yeah,
but you get it.
yeah. Um, and it was actually there was okay. There was something come through that said to me, "You're moving," and I
Right.
didn't know what, when, how, why,
Was it the
but it
voice or
said,
was it
"You're
the
moving."
vision? Was it the voice? Because a lot of people ask me, you guys, when do you get these feelings? Is it an energy shift, or is it feeling, or is it what do you?
No, it's just quite simply you keep driving past your house. You know where you live, you know your driveway, you know the directions, but you keep driving past. And
Right.
you're like,
Okay.
I've
Excellent.
got to turn
Okay.
around and go back. That's like a sign, a signal. Um, and unfortunately, we did go through another traumatic event, which I'm not going to go into great detail because it
Guys,
is
right. It's all good.
life-threatening.
Well, we'll leave it at that. Let's move on to that's fine. Let's move on to after that event.
Yes.
Okay, so we're moving on to that event. So deep blue night thoughts. When did that come up after that? Did you feel that you needed to yeah, here we go. I've channeled this. I don't
Yeah.
know. So is that when you started? You thought, hang on, I think I've got something here I can share with the world.
Yes, after the event happened, I moved into a new house. I did fight hard for it because we were at danger, and I needed to open something where I could let all my anger out because I'm such a shy person. For me to let my anger out in public I wasn't able to do that. So my deep blue night thoughts was me late at night, researching things of, what help I could get, what sort of
Yeah, what help you can get and how you can release that anger more
yeah,
easily. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
sort of thing.
And what did you
So
find? What did you find? What did you find there? Because I mean, you've got a great channel. You've got over 1,000 followers on your YouTube, if I'm correct. What did you find to start off this YouTube channel and this part of your life?
I had moved into a new house and I was unpacking things, and my daughter actually had a deck of tarot cards that her grandmother had given to her, but she
Okay,
didn't want. So she
so it
said,
was all
Mum, do you
tarot
want
cards.
these?
Okay, cool. A lot of people
Yep.
do that. You'd be funny when you go through spiritual awakenings. People, especially us who are really interested in the esoteric and the universal laws and that. The first thing you think of is tarot cards. Tarot cards come to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And did you learn to read those tarot cards?
I just played around with them to begin with. The first deck that I received was actually The Universe Has Your Back, which are oracle cards
Wow.
with
I see. You had
messages from
oracle.
the
So you had
universe.
were they tarot cards or oracle cards? We're just you
They're
read
oracle cards.
oracle cards. So just to let people know that obviously your tarot cards. You go with the psychic stuff. There's a lot of things called oracle cards, and they're basically basic messages that are different depending. They might rephrase them in a different theme. You might have
Mm.
fairies, you might have trees, you might have this, you might have that. Whereas the tarot cards, your standard nine of pentacles, all those kind of things. I've got 52 out of there. So yeah, we've got about 7 minutes on this first chapter. Let's talk about the tarot cards, and we go into chapter 2. Go for it.
Oops, you froze. Yeah. So she gave me her set that she had, which was the Romance Angels.
Romance angels. Yep,
And
cool. Do you still have them today?
I do.
And
Yep.
do you
Both
use them?
decks I still have, yes.
Excellent.
Um, and I just played with them, just got a feeling for them. And, on days where I thought I'm a bit down or something like that, I'll just pull them out and, just shuffle them in my hands. It kind of calmed me down. It's brought me back down to earth sort of thing. Um, and then I thought, maybe I can try and read these. And I didn't actually go into reading books or online methods or anything like that.
Yep.
It was simply just holding them in my hands, shuffling them around, and whatever card fell out, then I would read the book associated with it.
Simple
And
as
that's
that.
how I did it. Simple as that. Yep.
Great. So you had that. You had that epiphany to do that. So I see that with the cards that I've got. I never really read too many cards, but I did go through a time, but then trying to read them without, and but you've basically just gone within. You've taken the card, and it's a sort of like a synchronicity sign, and gone,
Yep.
does this way? It's like doing a general reading on a YouTube thing. This is the general reading for cancer. This, that.
Yeah.
Take what you want. And did you find that you increased your intuition, your vibration and frequencies through doing that?
I found that I am an energy reader. So
Right.
I read things
Explain
from
that.
their energy.
Yep.
So what happens is everybody has an energy, everybody has a frequency. A lot of people these days knows about the cup of water, and when you put sound around it, it vibrates.
Yep.
That's basically what I do. I connect with your energy. Um, and when I touch a person, I kind of meditate for a moment to get the feelings of their energy, and then I'm able to tell them things that they've never, ever, ever told anybody in their life.
Wow.
And people are like, how do you know that? I've turned skeptics into believers within minutes because my
And
latest one
go
was
for it.
with a teenage girl.
Yep.
She was actually over for dinner, one of my daughter's friends, and she was going through a bit. And my daughter turned to her and said, let mum do an energy reading on you. And she went, nah, nah. I said, look, I won't hurt you. If you feel uncomfortable at any time, say stop and I'll let go. So quite simply got up from eating dinner, went round to the other side of the table, held her hand, sat there for a moment. And I went, there's a guy that's about to message you. He may be a friend of a friend. He may invite you to the Perth Royal Show. I really, really encourage you to say yes to this.
Wow. And obviously that happened.
Within minutes, she received a message from this guy asking her to go to the Perth Royal Show. So,
Wow.
and
Now,
she just sat there stunned.
can I ask you on that level? Obviously you've came across a fair few skeptics in your time.
Yes.
And energy reading, meaning their vibration and aura. Do you believe in looking at they're reading them at the time, because and depending where their subconscious mind and what they're playing right at the time? Because I know when I got an astrology reading, it was all correct, but I still had my subconscious programming within that to read it. So what I'm getting at is, um, do you sort of read people and see where they're at, so giving them particular information and how they'll respond to that? If you get wrong,
Yes.
if you get wrong, say for example, someone comes to you and you pick up, okay, there's someone coming into your life and they've got abandonment issues. They might go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Do you Does that make sense? If do you
I've
have
had some horrible readings in the past,
Yep.
where things were coming up, and I've said to this person, look, something's going to happen to you. And yeah, I don't want to say it because it is absolutely horrible,
No,
but
no,
that
just leave
is
it at that. Yep.
the moment, and I I've never done Reiki in my life, but somehow I'm able to clear that energy from within their force, and it
You're,
never happens.
you're a white lighter. That's great.
So
What can I? Hey, and this is the honest truth, ladies and gentlemen. This is, as you can see, this is live, and this is what's happening. And they're not. You can't explain some things, can't you, Alexis? You can't explain it. Like I know myself, I can't explain things when I feel things.
I'm a skeptic of my own self. So
Yeah, it's just a case of you understand with where you're going and understanding. Go, hang on, I felt that. What's going on? I can pick up your, yeah. Hang on, that's not right. Someone's not right, or like with me, I can pick up people's energy vibes and where they're at. That really annoys
yeah,
me. It's more an empath type thing. And then you sort of go into their energy and go, hang on, yeah, more like the person where they are. And I sort of get to a point where I can get deep into their head and go, hang on, what's going on here? And ask them the questions to try and motivate them out. But this is, yeah. And guys, this is raw. Now, give us one more example before we go to part two. We've got about 2 minutes on this one. Give us another example where you've really flipped yourself out,
I've
gone, oh my, oh,
saved
hang on,
somebody's life. I have saved somebody's life.
go for it, please.
So I was doing another energy reading, and I said to this person, you need to stop because you're going to have a heart attack. You're not going to see 19. You need to stop. And he goes, I don't know what you mean. I haven't been doing anything. You think I feel fine? And I said, no, you need to stop. You're going to have a heart attack. And he went away, and my daughter got a message again. It's all her friends that I do at the moment. And he said, tell your mum she's a bloody genius or whatever, because I've just been to the doctor and they said I need to stop or else I'm going to have a heart attack.
Wow. Wow. God, I mean, it's such good karma for that one too. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing, like, the people that we are. Like you think you're introverted, sort of, different to the rest. And when we really connect into the earth, what we can really do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alexis. This has been fantastic. Part one, part two coming up very, very soon. She's going to talk a little bit more about deep blue night thoughts. See, I'm looking straight at the clown card I've got here. And I can't, because I want to get it right because it's very, very important. We're going to get into her business, and I think, as you can hear, her passion for what she does is amazing, and it's raw. And you can just tell by the energy, it's just raw, and it's believable, not even believable. It's from the heart. So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be part two coming up very, very soon. We will talk to you in a couple of minutes' time. So go and get yourself, say, a nice cold beverage and get ready to chuff down the Fremantle Sea. I should say Indian Sea, Indian Ocean, with Alexis.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean. I'll tell you a funny story about that later. Indian Ocean with Alexis. We'll see you in part 2.